has him still hustling.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Allen Iverson out there with Stauskas. And it's Okafor in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Passes to Stauskas. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Chicago trailing here. Outside Rose. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Okafor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Grant. Feeds to Okafor. To the wing on the left. The dish to Iverson. Clock at 6. Okafor, the pass to Noel. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Bulls have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Rose against Iverson. And it's Rose penetrating. And that one's good. Rose has got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Hollis Thompson comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Isaiah Cannon in for Stauskas. Joakim Noah's checked in for Chicago. Now here's Noel. Iverson. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Now here's Thompson. 11 points last game. Got a piece of it. Inside, here's Holmes. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Now here's Rose. He had 16 points in the win against Minnesota.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The 76ers trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
The 76ers shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rose has got the lead, back up to 3 now for the Bulls. Philadelphia shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Iverson, a screen on Noah. On the wing, Iverson, guarded by Heinrich. Cannon dishes to Okafor. Just 5 to shoot. Great defense that time from Noah. Chicago leading by 3. Here's Heinrich. Okafor grabs the miss.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The feed now to Thompson. Here's Holmes. Noah with the block. Rose attacking, and Thompson sends it back. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Okafor, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here is Rose. Noah the screen. Dishes it to Heinrich. Now the pass to Gibson. Shoots. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
To the wing on the left. McDermott, no one around him. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. McDermott's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls. Iverson outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gibson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
For 3, Heinrich. Okafor grabs the miss.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Picked by Okafor. Thompson inside the line. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Not a lot of competition, really. I mean, they're playoff caliber and took care of business against a team that wasn't playoff caliber and maybe still isn't.
Now Iverson, after the missed 3 from Doug McDermott. Kicks it to Cannon. Back to Iverson. Tries it from the top of the key. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Chicago calls timeout.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thank you, Doris. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, a 2-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
Off the pick. No luck. And the Bulls going the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Pass to Marshall. Out left to the wing. Covington inside the line, and that misses badly. Air ball. And Mirotic kicks to Brooks. The shot by Butler, nobody around. His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers leading. Over to the left wing. Shoots from 12. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Chicago's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Brooks outside. Outside Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now here's Boozer. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
And he gets it to go.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Here is Brooks. He has 5. He feeds it to Gasol. Butler in the corner, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The 76ers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Down low, here's Boozer, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths, shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season. Right now, they're hovering around 55% from the line. That is not going to get it done. That is not good enough. They're leading right now, but that lead could evaporate if they don't up that percentage.
To the paint, here's Gasol. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Covington. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got to keep that going, because that will continue to open things up for them on the perimeter.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, it's tough to play on the road, and they overcame that. They were mentally and physically prepared for this game, but it hasn't been easy. They faced some intense play from a team
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter.